Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the various short-term finance available for a joint stock company. Alright. So in this we have first in the line, we'll talk about public deposits. Now along with this we'll be talking about commercial banks who provide short-term finance. We'll talk about trade credit. We'll talk about customer advances, factoring, intercorporate deposits and installment credit. So if you are asked to write about short-term finance, you need to mention at least 5 of them and a brief about each. So that is how it can be asked, or it can be asked as, write a note on public deposits, or what are public deposits, what are its advantages and disadvantages, etc. So like these, questions from these parts can be asked to you. So today we'll talk about public deposits. So we know what is the meaning of public. Means people, and we also know deposit. Deposit means when money is deposited. So public deposit refer to the deposits of money made by the public with non-banking companies. Please underline the word with non-banking companies. If you are not writing this keyword, again this definition is having no meaning. So public deposit refers to deposit of money made by the public, who is making the deposit with whom? With a non-banking company or with non-banking companies. Now these deposits represents loans from the public, including employees and shareholders of the company. So even the employees and the shareholders can give loan to the company in form of public deposits. The system of public deposit originated when banks were not well developed in India. So this is having a little history with it. So when banks were not well defined or well developed in India, at that point of time, public deposits was a great source of short-term finance. Where the companies asked the public to deposit money with them in form of loans, and then they used to give it back to them after a specific time with interest. So in today's world also, it still persists. So in recent years, this source has become popular due to various reasons. Like depositors get a higher rate of interest than that available on bank deposits. So this attracts a lot of people, to deposit their money in form of loan to the non-banking companies. Please remember the word non-banking. At the same time, companies find it cheaper than loans from banks and financial institutions. So this is how we need to understand what is the meaning of public deposits. Now, as a source of finance, public deposits also offer some advantages, like it is economical. The interest payable on public deposit is lower than the interest charged by banks. So if the bank is giving you loan, you are a businessman and the bank is giving you loan, it may charge a higher rate of interest. But if you go in for public deposits for short-term loans, you have to give lesser interest to the public. So that is why it is very, very economical. Second, it is simple. Administrative cost of deposits is lower than that involved in the issue of shares and debentures. So we all know issuing shares and debentures is a costly affair. So compared to that, this process is very, very simple and the cost is also less. So the procedure of inviting public deposit is also simple and lesser formalities are involved, and it is not so complex as of issuing shares and debentures. Now the third advantage is it can trade on equity. So as the rate of interest is fixed, the company can derive the benefit of trading on equity. So by using public deposits, a company can pay a higher dividend to equity shareholders and thereby raise its reputation. So this is what is the meaning of trading on equity. Next is no charge on assets. So this is a very big advantage for any company when it is taking loan, that you don't have to pledge your asset. You don't have to, create an asset for paying off the public debt loans. So the public deposit generally do not involve a charge on the assets of the company. the company can issue its assets as security to borrow from other sources but not from public deposits. The fifth advantage is medium term. The company can borrow funds from a wider public through through public deposits. It need not depend upon a single financial institutions, and funds are available for a longer period than bank loans. So again, okay, the term means the time period for taking the loan and paying it back, okay, can be of medium length. Next is it is flexible. So public deposit introduced flexibility in the financial structure of the company, and there is no danger of overcapitalization, and the deposits can be repaid when they are not required. So sometime when you need the money, you can borrow the money, okay, the loan from the public, and when you don't need it or when you have enough money to pay them back, you can simply give it back. So it does not have a lot of stress on the company. The next is there is no interference. So there is no dilution of shareholders' control, because the depositors do not have any voting rights. So they cannot interfere. The depositors who are depositing money in form of loan to the non-banking companies, they do not act as a shareholder, means they don't have any right to vote. And the last advantage is it wide contacts. So the system of public deposit enables a company to create contact with a large number of investors, and this may improve the prospectus of raising finance through the issue of shares and debentures. So when many people are getting associated with the company, okay, the company's contact list goes on increasing, and it can be helpful at times of raising finance through share and debentures. So this is how we need to understand, okay, the advantages of public deposit. The disadvantages of public deposits are it is unreliable, because public deposits are an uncertain and unreliable source of finance. The depositors may not respond when the conditions in the economy are uncertain. So if the depositor is not having money, it cannot deposit with the company. So in that case, even if the company needs a lot of money in form of loan and asks the public to deposit, the public may not deposit it. Alright, like in the present scenario, we are not investing our money, okay, by keeping or giving it as loan to others. We are keeping it and saving it for ourselves, because the entire situation is so uncertain. So in such emergency situations, if the company needs money, it cannot get it. So that is why it is said that it is very, very unreliable. The second is there is risk to the investors. Okay, so depositors may face high risk as they do not get any security for their investment. As in the advantage we saw that the assets are not pledged against the loan. So that is why from the investor's point of view, it becomes a big risk. Next, it is not available to new concerns. Why? Because the public deposits are generally not available to the new companies, because the public are not aware of those companies, the new ones. So the public is having no trust, and it may not invest, in a new company. So that is again a very big disadvantage. Next is it restricts the growth of capital market. Okay, so widespread use of public deposits restrict the growth of healthy capital market. It distorts the interest rate pattern and result in the dearth of sound industrial securities. A spurt in public deposits may pose a threat to credit planning and planned priorities of the government. Okay, so over public deposit can also create or have negative impact on the capital market. Okay, it may hinder, it may stop the growth of the capital market. And the last one is it may lead to a lot of speculation, like management of the company may be tempted to indulge in over trading and speculation with the help of surplus deposits. So the company may ask the people to deposit money, okay, for some other purpose, but it may use it for some other beneficial selfish purpose. Okay, so when the deposits get blocked in fixed assets, the company may fail to repay the same on time. So this is again a very, very big disadvantage, because the management may speculate and invest that loan amount in some fixed assets which may again, okay, not help it to give, you know, proper or timely the money back to the public. So this is how we are again going to understand public deposits, its merits and its demerits as a source of short-term finance.